either doesn't like me a lot because to me after an excellent presenter, or they like me a lot because what I'm going to say, you're going to say yes, 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 because this is really the time that everybody is going to doze off. So I'm standing here on behalf of Ivan, who has actually developed the program together, as well as this PowerPoint. So any question, do not ask me, okay? I'll give Ivan's email address, and you can actually just send it to him and ask him after the presentation. So, what we are going to do today is to ask why do we need a Chinese peer support group in New Zealand, and what is it about, and how did Asian Family Services carry out the peer support group? Okay, so in Asian Family Services, what we do is that most of us are actually trained with Western. We are actually with Western mind in a sense, because our training, when you go to school, you go to university, it's all based on the theory that is very, very westernized. Yeah, but however, dealing with our clients, we need to understand that they didn't go to school like us. The philosophy behind it and all that is quite different. There will be some conflicts, when we are carrying out our work in our day-to-day practice. So first of all, we have to really be very mindful that for our Eastern culture, we are actually very, very much shame-based culture, right? So in a lot of things, addiction, perceived it is a moral issue. It's not a medical issue. It's not, things that is happening to your brain, but it's a lot because you're not a good person. That's why you're getting into the trouble. And also face saving. If I am in trouble, I'm not able to tell anybody, because that would not just cost me, losing my position in the society, but at the same time, my whole family is going to lose their face. And collective identity. You have to know that, being Asian, this is kind of funny. I didn't even notice this, because when I talk to people, I'm not saying I say we. And when you receive an email from one of your Asian counterparts, you'll be surprised that you see we and not I. Yeah, because we is a very, very important role in the Asian culture, because we represent, it's so natural, yeah. Because when we stand up, like for me, I do not stand up representing Choi Q, but I'm representing Asian Family Services, I'm representing my own family back home. We is very important. So when you see an Asian client in front of you, you do not see he or she, but say we. There's a big group of people that is actually behind him or her, all right? So you have to open up your mind about that. So, and we also need to honor our family name. Like, for instance, my surname is Q, yeah? So I must maintain that when I step out, people talk good things about Q. Yeah. So, but in the times that, if let's say I get myself into problem gambling or, other addictions, that would tarnish my family name, okay? And not just my generation, the generation before me will be affected, and the generation after me will be affected as well. So we have to protect it. Yeah? And collective behavior means that, a lot of time when we see the affected others that come, you'll be surprised that the wife takes a lot of responsibility of the problem gambling, rather than the gambler himself or herself. It's like, and say that, okay, I'm not a good wife because I do not, help my husband enough. That's the reason why he's fallen into this problem, And also for parents, we have seen a lot of parents coming to us. They have like young children that got into problem gambling. They'll say that I'm a bad parent because I didn't give enough to my child. That's the reason why my child is not doing well and hence become having gambling harm. So these are the things that as we are going into developing the program, we have to think about, with all this, how are we going to put them together and help people who have all this mindset? Yeah, and also we have to know that, power and distance is also something that we struggle with in our culture. Okay, so, in society-wise, we are also put into a dynamic of individualistic versus collective. Because in terms of New Zealand, a lot of people are more individualistic rather than collective. And hence, a lot of time there will be a struggle between this. And also for them, they are really lacking of understanding how the New Zealand society functions. Because compared to the country that most of us, okay, most of us that we came from are quite different from New Zealand. Yeah. So, understanding what's going on, like we just had a case that, this lady, she actually breached, going to casino for 7 times. And she didn't understand, why couldn't I go into casino? It's an open place, it's illegal. I'm not doing anything that is illegal. Why couldn't I? Because she actually had exclusion before. She didn't know that because of that exclusion, without fulfilling her conditions, she needs to go. She couldn't go to the casino at all. So, so lack of opportunity to participate in the society also becomes a problem for them because language is really, really an issue. Yeah. I will not dwell in that. If you have chosen my course tomorrow, you'll hear a lot more about that. Yeah. So, and the other thing is that counseling is a very, very new concept in the Asian culture. Yeah. So when we talk about counseling, people will think that, hey, that's only for people with mental health. That is for people who are really, really having great problem. I don't need counseling. So, and it's also stepping into a counseling center will become a very, very big stigma for them. It's like, hey, you must be crazy, or something must be wrong with you. And if you're linking back to wanting to protect, the family name, status is really, really an issue for them, they will not want to step into the counseling room. So give a lot of respect for people, for Asian people who step into your door and seek for help, because it's really, really not easy for them to do so. So, so we want to compare what do we mean by individualistic and collectivistic? Oh, it's very hard for me to pronounce. Yeah. So for this, how these two different cultures actually communicate. If let's say you belong to more of the individualistic culture, your circle is actually very easy to enter. Like for instance, when I first came to New Zealand, I was very happy because when you're walking on the street, people just say, hello, hi, good morning, how are you? And then you'll be surprised, greeted by with a Chinese and just look down and walk away. Yeah, so the difference is that, when the individualistic culture is easier to enter into the big circle. But however, getting into the inner circle, you can see the wall is a lot thicker. So in individualistic culture, the core family, the core group is actually smaller, a lot smaller. But however, for collectivistic culture, what happens is the wall is a lot thicker. It's very hard to break in. So it's very hard for us as therapists, to get into that circle. It takes a lot for us to build the rapport. So the first, they will reject and reject and reject. So we are not surprised that people actually reject us, and not embrace us. But however, once they embrace you, they actually accept you into the funnel. You become part of them. Yeah, so like for us, once we have the rapport with our clients, they become our funnel forever. Yeah. You'll be surprised that people, we just had a case yesterday that at the brink of killing himself, he actually texts our counselor. He texts and says that, thank you for all the things that you have done for